In the concrete jungles where dreams are born and die on every corner, where the light of skyscrapers barely reaches the ground of the alleys, there's a beat, a pulse. It's the voice of the city, a chorus of whispered ambitions, silent struggles, and in relentless search for a place in the sun. We're not talking about postcards, polished avenues, or luxury lofts. We're talking about the forgotten neighborhoods, the communities where survival is a daily freestyle and hope a graffiti on the wall. Here, faith isn't a Sunday ritual, but a Monday-to-Monday hustle, a guide amidst the chaos. And it's here, in this raw and authentic setting, that humanity's most powerful narratives find a new beat, a new rhyme. Because, believe it or not, the oldest stories in the world are still being rewritten on graffitied walls, in tired eyes, and in the resilient hearts of our people. They speak of betrayal, injustice, resilience, and the inextinguishable flame of hope. And today, we're going to dive into one of these stories, one that transcends time and space, and that manifests in surprising ways on the streets we call home. Imagine a family, not of shepherds, but of street entrepreneurs, each with their own hustle, their own ambitions. The father, a tired but respected patriarch, trying to maintain order amidst disorder. And among the many sons, one stands out. Joseph, not for being the strongest or the most cunning, but for being the dreamer. Joseph, with his new sneakers and branded jacket, was the youngest, the favorite, the one with visions. He saw the future, not in wheat fields, but in glass skyscrapers, in tech startups, in art galleries. He told his dreams to his brothers, who, instead of being inspired, felt the venom of envy. They, who toiled daily, selling mixtapes, fixing cars, making deliveries, saw their father's favoritism and Joseph's grand dreams as an affront. The rivalry wasn't over flocks, but over respect, recognition, a bigger piece of the pie. And this envy, like a silent cancer, corroded relationships, turning brotherly love into resentment. But even in the depths of prison, Joseph's flame doesn't extinguish. He doesn't give up on his dreams, on his ability to see beyond the present. He uses his gifts, not to interpret Pharaoh's dreams, but to decipher the codes of the street, to understand market trends, to predict economic movements. He helps other inmates, offering advice, teaching skills, building a network of contacts. He becomes the right-hand man of the prison warden, or perhaps of a civil rights lawyer who recognizes him. And then, the opportunity, not to interpret a Pharaoh's dream, but to decipher the data of an economic crisis, to predict a housing bubble, to develop a recovery plan for the city. The Pharaoh isn't a crowned king, but the city mayor, the state governor, a tech mogul, seeking solutions to urban problems. Joseph, the ex-convict, the ghetto dreamer, is called to the court, to the corridors of power. He doesn't rule over Egypt, but over social programs, urban development initiatives, the distribution of resources to underprivileged communities. Joseph's story, when viewed through the lens of our urban reality, becomes a powerful manual of resilience and ascent. It teaches us that betrayal and injustice can bring us down, but they cannot destroy us. It shows us that dreams, even the most improbable, can come true, and that faith, when combined with intelligence and perseverance, can take us from rock bottom to the top of the pyramid. Joseph's legacy isn't just about a historical event, but about an eternal principle. The ability to turn adversity into opportunity, to forgive those who hurt us, and to use our gifts for the greater good. It challenges us to look at the prisons of our society, poverty, crime, lack of opportunities, not as fatalities, but as challenges to be overcome. It invites us to be Joseph in our own communities, to use our vision, our talents, our faith, to build a better future. Be a mentor, a social entrepreneur, an activist, a caring neighbor. Each of us has a role to play in this journey. The Promised Land isn't a distant physical place, but a state of being, a society where compassion and equity are the pillars. It's a continuous work, a daily construction, but it's a vision worth fighting for. So, what is your dream? What moves you? What Pharaoh are you willing to influence? The voice of the street is crying out for leadership, for hope, for redemption. And Joseph's story reminds us that, with vision and resilience, we can be the answer. The ascent is calling. Are you ready to dream and lead? If this message resonated with you, if you believe in the power of faith to transform reality, leave your like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can amplify the voice of the street and build a more just and hopeful future. Until next time,